Live from Boise State, it's Bronco Day. Hey Broncos, thank you so much for your patience and waiting these last 15 minutes. My name is Kat Everard. I'm an admissions counselor, Boise State alumna, and I'll be your host today as we explore what it means to be a Bronco. We're so glad you can join us for our largest open house event of the year. We have a lot of helpful information for you today about Boise State life and academics. In fact, I'd like to go over the agenda so you know what to expect. If you're curious about in-person Bronco Day, check out our channels at Boise State Admissions to see live coverage of the event today. But be sure to stick around until the end of this event because we have a giveaway for anyone who's still with us. 3 lucky winners will receive a Boise State swag bag containing a pair of blue and orange socks, a notebook, and some other goodies. Here's what we have for you in store today. In a moment, we will join Boise State University President Dr. Marlene Tromp as she welcomes all of our Bronco Day guests from the Extra Mile Arena. Then we'll be back with more information on student life, housing, and our academic programs. Later in the show, we'll have live panels featuring current students and staff to discuss ways you can get involved in clubs and organizations, as well as campus resources that support new students and their families through their transition to college. All right, with that, I'll cut to our team down at Extra Mile Arena to share President Tromp's welcome address. See you in a bit.
At Boise State University, we believe greatness isn't about where you came from or who you know. It's about your determination to change yourself and change the world. Boise State is a place for you to engage, to learn, to grow. An education at Boise State is more than textbooks and tests. Whether you're conquering a mountain or a chemistry equation, you'll discover how adventurous life is as a Bronco. We're preparing for the future. In every conversation, every test, every play. Our ties to industry leaders open doors within and beyond your major. With countless opportunities, you can find your place at Boise State. There are many things that make us who we are. We're distinctive, adventurous, relentless, a caring community, and a group of dreamers. We are Broncos.
Good morning and welcome to Boise State University. My name is Marlene Tromp. I'm the president of Boise State, and I'm so excited to welcome you here today. What lays before you today is an incredible opportunity to discover what this university is all about, and I get the rare privilege of opening this adventure for you. What I want to tell you about today is what an incredible place this is in ways that you may not even know. Sure, you may know about our blue turf, because no matter where I go in the world, if I'm wearing this pin, somebody comes up to me and says, "Blue turf." You may know about our blue turf and the extraordinary way in which our scrappy athletics programs have reached the very pinnacle of athletic success. But what you may not know is that our academic programs do the same. What you may not know is that we have a laser on this campus in our materials science building where our engineers and our natural scientists and our mathematicians are working side by side. And that laser is literally globally unique. Literally, there is not another one like it in the world. And when I spoke to the faculty and said, help me understand what you're doing in your research here, and they said, quite humbly, we're trying to develop room temperature quantum computing. Right now, quantum computing, which is the fastest computing in the world, has to be done at 1 degree Kelvin because any fluctuation in temperature can disrupt it. So the concrete floor beneath that laser is 18 inches thick. And there are no air vents in that room because they don't want any airflow to disrupt the laser. Their work to develop that laser, which is attracting people from Princeton University who've left there and come here. The work on that laser could change the world, could literally change the world in the same way that the internet changed the world. And what we do at Boise State is invite you to join on that journey with us. So you can go to these incredible football games and basketball games and watch our nationally ranked gymnastics team. You can join one of hundreds and hundreds of clubs that let you develop your talents and your interests. And you can be a part of world-changing research at a place that has been nationally ranked year over year as one of the most innovative universities in the world, right here in one of the most vibrant, fastest-growing cities in the West. So what I'm here to do today is to welcome you to this extraordinarily beautiful campus and to discover all that lies before you and all the things that you might see beyond that blue turf to understand our blue turf thinking. Because what we're doing at Boise State is asking, how do we do it better? How do we do it in a new way? How can we make it better for our students? How can we do work that's better for the world? So this is a journey and an adventure. And today, we have faculty here from across the curriculum and opportunities here for you to see and experience what this university is about. So it is an honor and a joy to welcome you here to discover this, because what we know about a college education is that it will change your life. We know from research that you're healthier, wealthier, and wiser when you get a college degree. People live longer, they have healthier lives, and they're happier. That's what the data shows. And Bloomberg just came out with a study that showed that during the pandemic, the wealth of people who had college degrees increased eightfold. Eightfold. That's the national average, compared to people who didn't. It is life-changing in every way that you can imagine. And what I've had the rare privilege when I was in college, when I was a senior, I was tutoring a friend of mine in calculus. And I usually didn't tutor close friends, but he needed it to graduate and we were seniors. And he said, "What do you want to do when you graduate?" And I said, "I don't know. I just really want to be in college for the rest of my life." I did it. And you're going to see why. Today is an opportunity for you to find out why this is such an extraordinary place and why college is such a life-changing experience. So welcome to Boise State University and to all the wonders you'll encounter here. And now it is my honor to introduce to you your Associated Students of Boise State University President. Please, Kenny.
Isn't she lovely? Give her another hand. Good morning, everyone. This is where you say good morning back. Thank you. So sweet. Have any of you ever spoken in front of 3,000 people? It's nerve-wracking, no matter how many times I do it. My name is Kenneth Houston, and I'm from Folsom, California. I have a BA in Environmental Studies, minors in Sustainability and Climate Studies, a certificate in Human Rights, and I am continuing on in the Masters for Public Administration program. I have the great privilege to serve as this year's president of the Associated Students, the student government on our campus. I have also held a couple other positions as a student leader in my 4 years at Boise State, including in the Office of the Dean of Students, as a resident assistant, and as our ASBSU ethics officer. All to say, my parents are a little proud. They definitely didn't pressure me to get out there and make new friends. Next up for me is sticking around in Boise State for grad school. But today isn't about me. It's about the exciting journey that you are about to embark on. Whether you are committed to Boise State, or if you're still exploring what it means to be a Bronco, we hope that today is the day that you fall in love with Boise State. So how did I get here on this stage? It feels like I'm blacking out every time I think of how many of you are out there. I can feel you all looking at me. I was in high school when one of my best friends, Lindsay, told me she's thinking about applying to Boise State. I had never visited Boise before, and the image that popped in my head was of a small potato farming town in the middle of nowhere. Lindsay and I both wanted similar career goals, and we both knew what degrees we wanted before ever stepping foot on a college campus. But why would she be thinking about going to school in Iowa? Long story short, Lindsay convinced me to travel to Boise and take a tour of campus. I committed to Boise State for the culture. It's something that you can feel. It's in the air, it's electric. You can almost touch it. Although Lindsay decided to attend a small private school in Oregon, I was excited about my choice. I can't imagine my life without the pivotal decision to attend Boise State. College has been one of the most humbling, tumultuous, hair-pulling, teeth-gritting, agonizing, amazing things that I have ever done. Added bonus, blue is my favorite color. We could be brown and gold like the University of Wyoming. Sorry, Dr. Tromp. She went to the University of Wyoming. I've been given the opportunity to transform myself into a better person, a better leader, a better friend, and a better learner. Long before I was elected the student body president, I was never just student number 114096935. I was always a person treated with kindness and compassion by each and every person on this campus. We have over 200 student organizations on campus, and I had absolutely no plans of getting involved in any of them, or of getting involved in student government. I didn't think I wanted to join a fraternity. I didn't think I wanted to be a resident assistant or work in the Dean of Students office. Who knew I'd get to know the Dean of the School Public Service on a first-name basis? If you're here, hi, Andy. I don't think he is. The reason why I got involved and made these connections both in and out of the classroom is to enhance my student experience, and it is so hard not to do that at Boise State. My best friend I met at Boise State, my girlfriend I met at Boise State, and my home is Boise State. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day here on campus, and remember, today is about you and your story of how you fell in love with Boise State. Thank you, and as always, go Broncos. If you're joining us from our virtual Bronco Day event this morning, thank you for coming, and we'll now send you back to the studio.
All right, future Broncos, did that get you hyped? I hope so. With more than 50 states represented and 65 countries, Boise State is the largest and most diverse four-year university in Idaho. Now that you've gotten a taste of our Bronco pride, I'd like to take a step back and tell you a little bit about Boise, Idaho, in case you haven't been here yet. Boise is a beautiful city and the fastest growing metropolitan area in Idaho. It's home to a thriving art scene, great dining, and a pedestrian-friendly greenbelt along the Boise River. It's just minutes away from hundreds of miles of trails and rivers in the surrounding foothills, perfect for hikers, mountain bikers, and kayakers, and more. Boise has all 4 seasons and countless opportunities for outdoor recreation and adventure. Now that we've humble bragged about the city of Boise, let's get back to Boise State. Boise State's campus is just a few minutes away from downtown, and it has a lot going for it. But instead of me telling you about it, why don't we show you? Our media arts and film students have produced a number of great videos to share different aspects of campus life with you today. I'm going to hand it over to Carlos and Devin for a tour through campus.
Welcome to Boise State. My name is Carlos. I'm a junior here at Boise State. I come from a small town called Kamiah, Idaho, and I study business administration management and also human resource management.
Hi, I'm Devin. I'm a senior here studying human resources with a marketing minor, and I'm from Auburn, Washington. Let's head out on tour.
This is the Student Union building. This is where a lot of students can stop in between classes to get something to eat. We have over 200 clubs and organizations here on campus, so you see a lot of the events being held here in the Student Union building. We also have our Bronco shop in here, so you can catch up on your latest Bronco gear.
Additionally, we have tons of offices here, whether it be the admissions office, the information desk, the Gender Equity Center, Student Involvement and Leadership, or the Student Equity Center. Come check it out. Welcome to the B Plaza. This is a great opportunity to come and take a picture your first time here at Boise State, your first day of school, and even for senior pictures. Talk about full circle.
Welcome to Albertson's Library. This is where a lot of students come to meet their peers to work on assignments, use our quiet study areas, also use our 3D printers. This is also the home of our College of Innovation and Design, World Languages, and also our Criminal Justice Department. This is our quad area. This is not only physically the heart of campus, but this is also the heart of our activities throughout campus. You'll see a lot of our clubs, organization, fraternity, and sorority life, hosting a lot of activities here, playing music, and also informing a lot of our students about upcoming events.
And behind us is the administration building, where you'll find our registrar's office, our financial aid and scholarships, as well as our president's office on the 2nd floor. This is the Interactive Learning Center, also known as the ILC. We have tons of different classrooms here, as well as study spots that have great views of the Boise foothills. And another cool thing about the ILC is that we have a zone here on campus, which you can rent GoPros and computers and anything dealing with technology. So come check it out.
So this is our Micron Business and Economics building. This is home to our business program here at Boise State. This building is geothermally heated, and we also have a lot of other green alternatives here. We have a rooftop garden, and we try to use as many recycled products for our classes, and then also a lot of material we use in the building itself. The business building is also home to Skaggs Hall. Skaggs Hall is one of the biggest lecture halls here on campus. It holds over 250 students, mostly for our introduction courses and then a series of lectures held by the city of Boise. Our class size for our population of 26,000 is around 30 students to a classroom. The Jackson Stockroom is also located in here. Students in upper division classes are given the opportunity to invest $250,000 into the stock market, and money earned from that investment can go towards College of Business and Economics scholarships. And right next door, we have our Center for Visual Arts. Let's just head over that way.
This is our Center for Visual Arts, one of our newest buildings here on campus. It covers about 100,000 square feet. Inside, we have classrooms, galleries, as well as a world museum where students are able to look at art from all over the world virtually. And what's really cool is right next door, we have the Morrison Center that we're gonna check out before we hit the green belt.
This is the Morrison Center for Performing Arts. This is the biggest performing arts center here in the state of Idaho. In an aerial view, it is shaped as the state of Idaho, and it holds around 2,000 people. This is the home for our theater arts department, and it is also host to a lot of Broadway musicals like Hamilton and The Lion King. And this is the Friendship Bridge! The Boise River Greenbelt is a 25-mile stretch of land alongside the river and has been designated for walking, biking, and running. It also serves as a convenient way for Boise State students to commute across and get to downtown. A quick 15-minute walk across Friendship Bridge, named to symbolize the friendship between Boise State and the city of Boise, will get you to the heart of a vibrant city, full of restaurants, concert venues, and community-focused events. You might even see a giraffe head pop out on your walk to class. Zoo Boise is just on the other side of the Boise River from our campus.
And after you have just a short walk from the Greenbelt, you will come across our first year village, where 5 of the 11 residence halls that we have here for students on campus are available. Living on campus is a great opportunity for students to come and become a part of a community, as well as make friends and get involved here on Boise State. Living learning programs are also a great way for students to live with others within their major, so we really encourage you to come and live on campus.
Welcome to Albertson Stadium, home of our famous blue turf here at Boise State. Get ready for some tailgating before the game, double-decker buses dressed in orange and blue, and then 37,000 loud fans getting ready to support our Boise State Broncos. Boise State football has the highest winning percentage at home since the turn of the century, and also was dubbed the winningest program in the NCAA currently. And also during bowl season, we host the Idaho Potato Bowl here.
As a full-time Boise State student, you get admission into the games for free. So whether that be football, gymnastics, or basketball, come cheer on your Broncos. Additionally, on the Blue, we have concerts, we have yoga on the Blue, as well as movies. So come check it out and go Broncos.
Our engineering program has 5 buildings. 4 of them are located on campus. Our newest one being our Micron Center for Material Research building. We also have one off-campus building, that is our computer science building. And then we also have the rec center right next door to our material research building.
Right behind us is our Student Recreation Center, also known as the Rec. And one of the great things about Boise State are all the things included in your tuition, one being a rec pass. What's really great about the Rec is that you can go and play basketball on our basketball courts, use the cardio machines, attend classes, the swimming pool, as well as our rock climbing wall. So there's tons to do and stay busy at the Rec.
Also, right next to our rock climbing wall is our outdoor program. Our outdoor program is really great because it offers students the opportunity to go out and experience the Boise and Idaho wilderness. They host either monthly events or they do semester week-long trips. They also rent out equipment like kayaks, snowboards, skis, any type of equipment you would need.
Bogus Basin is our local ski resort, and the Rec is a great place to come and get your discounted season passes. And right behind the Rec Center is our Norco building, and it's the home of our nursing at Boise State, as well as our health service office in case you're ever sick while on campus. Our School of Nursing boasts a human performance lab where students can test their athleticism, as well as a full simulation lab for our nursing students to gain experience before entering their clinical rotations at our local hospitals. The Norco building also houses our counseling services.
This is Sawtooth Hall, home of our Honors College. The Honors College at Boise State University offers talented, highly motivated students the personalized attention of a small private school while drawing upon the resources of a large university. More than 1,000 students representing every department on campus participate in the Honors College at Boise State. The Honors College provides students with opportunities in and out of the classroom to transform their experience at Boise State, such as discussion-based classes that are capped at 25 students, priority registration, increased advising support, and on-campus housing in the Honors Residential Hall. Graduates from the program go on to receive national scholarships and land in top graduate schools around the world.
Thank you so much for coming out on tour with us today. We hope you got a better idea of what life is like here as a Bronco.
We can't wait to welcome you to your future Idaho home. Go Broncos!
Thanks, Carlos and Devin. What a great overview of all the cool things campus has to offer. Don't worry, we will be going into much more detail on these amenities in just a bit. But first, we're going to discuss every prospective college student's favorite topic, housing. For those of you who have already committed to Boise State for this fall, you should be getting your housing assignment soon if you haven't already. Let's take a peek into our housing and residence life and learn a little bit about the different options for on-campus housing from Admissions Counselor Paige Peterson. Be sure to submit any of your questions to the Q&A and we'll answer them when we come back right after this video.
Hi everyone, Paige from Admissions here. Here at Boise State, living on campus is a defining reason our students love being Broncos. Whether that's participating in a living learning program, where you get to live with students with similar interests, meeting lifelong friends on your floor, or even taking advantage of all those events our housing team offers, living on campus is something you should seriously consider. Though living on campus is not a requirement of our first-year students, we highly recommend it. Students who live on campus their first year tend to do better academically, they're more involved on campus, and then they're able to get the most of their Boise State experience. All of our residence halls on campus are fully furnished. You have access to resident assistants and resident directors 24/7, and have access to communal facilities like laundry and also kitchens. Another bonus, we let our students choose their roommates as well as pick their choices for the residence hall. We're here to give you a glimpse of our first-year residence halls, how they're set up, what perks they have, and what sets them apart from the rest. Let's go! Kaiser and Taylor halls are perfect if you're looking for a combination of being mellow and social. Located in our first-year resident hall village, these are 4 and 8 bedroom options where you share a bathroom with 4 people. Easy access to the Greenbelt, to our athletic venues, and the Student Union building give you a great combination to live on campus. These residence halls are sister halls that are located in the first-year village. With easy access to sports venues, the Greenbelt, and the Student Union building, you're bound to love these options. Taylor and Kaiser halls are designed in a suite style with either 4 or 8 bedrooms in each, with 1 bathroom per 4 people. Both Taylor Hall and Kaiser Hall hold a variety of those living learning programs I spoke about earlier. We have 8 different LLPs with specific themes, professors that live with you, and specific classes you take with those in your LLP. If you're interested in an LLP, let us know and we can get you connected with housing. The Honors College in Sawtooth Hall is our newest residence hall on our campus and also the largest. Home to 650 students, we have honors students who can live there all 4 years, as well as first-year students who can choose to live there. With an ideal location across from the Student Union building, our South Fork cafeteria located on the bottom floor, and a bright and modern look you'll never want to leave. This hall has options for students to live with another person with a half wall to allow for privacy, or to have their own private room within a suite with 1 or 3 other people. Bathrooms are shared between 2 or 4 people depending on the room style. A bonus, all of the beds in this hall are full extra-long Tempur-Pedic beds. If you're looking for an option for your first-year residence hall that's a little more adult, you might want to consider University Square or University Suites. Comprising of 7 different buildings with an apartment-style layout, 4 bedrooms per suite and 2 bathrooms, students have the option of single or double occupancy, and have a kitchen and laundry in unit. Still looking for that community feeling? Not to worry. Each of these buildings have a community center with board games, pool, and activities going on at all times. Chaffee Hall is one of the most popular choices for our first-year students. With Extra Mile Arena and Albertson Stadium at your doorstep, makes it super easy to be at the center of all the action. Chaffee Hall is 3 floors and has a capacity of 450 students. This hall has a communal kitchen, a C-store for all of your late-night snack needs, and a large focus on community. The majority of the rooms in Chaffee are double occupancy, meaning that you would share a room with 1 other student. This hall is unique in that it's split between 2 different sides. A and B wings are communal bathrooms, meaning you share a bathroom with a few people on each floor, whereas the D wing has a bathroom adjoining 2 rooms, meaning 4 students share 1 bathroom. If you're looking for a social, traditional environment, Chaffee may be the best fit for you. That's all for me. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Broncos!
Thanks, Paige. That was just a sneak peek into our housing options, but I know some of you out there want to know more. So definitely check out our Housing and Residence Life website, where you can see floor plans, take virtual tours, and get info on our living and learning communities. Okay, let's answer some of the questions you've submitted to the Q&A chat. Kaya Yannick from Idaho asks, when can we register for fall classes? If you are a brand new student, you can register for fall classes at your summer orientation. If you haven't done so already, you can submit your intent to enroll, and that's your way of letting us know that you're ready to be a Bronco this fall. We have several orientation programs throughout the summer to accommodate for your schedule, and we're excited to allow you to meet new students, receive your academic advising, and sign up for your fall classes. Another question from Emily in Portland. She asks, can students bring a car to campus? Our new students can absolutely bring their car to campus. You can purchase a parking permit while you're here, but what I love to tell students is that you don't need a car when you're here in college. Boise State is so close to the downtown area, and fun fact, Boise State and Boise, Idaho is actually a Gold Star friendly, bike-friendly campus. So we welcome students to either bring their vehicle or get a bike while they're here studying school. All right, now that you can picture yourself living, working, and playing at Boise State, let's get down to the real reason you're here, academics. We have over 200 majors to choose from in all different disciplines. If you don't know what your major will be, don't worry. You have plenty of time to choose your path, and we'll hear from students who came to college at Boise State undeclared and later found their purpose. First, let's kick it off with one of my personal favorites, arts and sciences. This academic program is home to a wide variety of majors, where you can study anything from biology to the works of Shakespeare and so much more. Let's hear from two students who found their calling in both the arts and the science programs.
Hi, my name is Matt Chopek. I'm originally from Poland, but I've lived here since I was 4. I'm a junior at Boise State University. My major is film and television arts. Working on NTVI has definitely been the best experience I've had at Boise State, just because I couldn't have done it like anywhere else. It allowed me to create a bunch of new connections with other students and other professionals in the area as well, and learn a bunch of hands-on experience and being on a real film set. That's pretty much the biggest around in this area, and allowing me to learn skills that I wanted to learn and work in an area that I wanted to work in.
I'm Micah Charette. I'm majoring in film and television, and I'm from Elma, Washington. I am in NTBI, which is a 4-semester program that starts with writer's room in the fall, pre-production in the spring, production in the summer, and the following fall is post-production. I'm one of the producers for the upcoming television series, The Chinese Tourist. I think just being part of NTVI has really given me a lot of new experiences, connections. I've been able to speak to people who work for Netflix and DreamWorks. Being part of this program has really broadened my horizon.
Hi, my name is Ashley Phelps, and I am a film and television major, and I am from McCall, Idaho. My most rewarding experience, I would have to say, was being an intern for Treefort's Film Fort, and that was really rewarding because everyone's pretty much like a community, and they all work together and they all talk about the different techniques that they've used in their filmmaking process. I would say take every chance that you can get. Don't ever say no to something that is a good opportunity, because you're going to miss out on so much.
Hi, I'm Hannah Spiro. I'm a senior in the Department of Geosciences, where I'm majoring in geosciences with an emphasis in hydrology. I also have a minor in accessibility studies, and I'm originally from Boise, Idaho. I chose Boise State University as a transfer student, so I transferred in as a junior in spring of 2018 after shattering my foot playing college softball at a different university. The College of Arts and Sciences and the Department of Geosciences specifically had many research opportunities where I was interested. You could study abroad in Chile and research volcanoes, or you could study in Yellowstone and research geothermal aquifers. But here I've been researching soils along with dam failures and wildfires. So I think the undergraduate research is really what appealed to me here at Boise State. My most exciting opportunity that I've had so far is to work with Dr. Donna Calhoun in the Department of Mathematics to conduct my thesis research, which is interdisciplinary across computer sciences to civil engineering to the Department of Geosciences. And through this research, I've had the opportunity to present at many conferences, and right now I'm completing my senior thesis and I will be defending in the spring. Some advice I would give to prospective students who are looking at Boise State University and the College of Arts and Sciences would be to connect with your professors, especially if it's a topic you're excited about. I just want to say thank you to the Department of Mathematics and Department of Geosciences for all the opportunities, specifically Dr. Donna Calhoun and Dr. Jim McNamara, and also to the College of Arts and Sciences for taking chances on students like me and providing all these opportunities for success. Go Broncos!
Wow, all that talk about geosciences reminds me of a very cool fact you should know about Idaho. Idaho has over 130 natural hot springs throughout the state. Some of them are just outside Boise. Hot springs are naturally heated soaking pools that you can enjoy in the mountains with your friends. Many hot springs are free and open to the public. Just another thing that makes Idaho awesome. Get ready to hear from two students who were able to pursue their interests through unique degree programs.
Hi, my name is Jasmine Reyes. I am originally from Twin Falls, Idaho, and I am a Games, Interactive Media, Mobile major in the College of Innovation and Design at Boise State University, and I'm a sophomore. What appealed to me about the College of Innovation and Design was that it wasn't like any of the other universities that I saw with their game development programs. A lot of those universities had you choose whether or not you wanted to go down an art track or go down a coding track. And while I do prefer art, I did kind of want to learn coding. I thought it was interesting and I'd never done it before. So that was part of why I chose the College of Innovation and Design. Another huge part of it was that, you know, gaming is the first thing in the Gaming, Interactive Media, Mobile major. And because growing up, I loved playing video games, but I never saw main characters that looked like me. And it was rough growing up as a mixed Latina because I wasn't white enough to be a part of like seeing myself in all these awesome white amazing characters, but I also wasn't Latina enough to see myself in all of like the Latina media, and so I wanted to like make characters that looked like me, and that's been like one of my biggest motivations in continuing with the GIM program, is that I want to help create stories and characters for people that are underrepresented in media like video games. Learn to ask for help and know that there's nothing wrong with asking for help. No one can make it through this program alone, and you shouldn't want to try and make through it alone. And that asking for help and like working together to collaborate on like what the best outcome can be is probably the most important thing you could learn as a student.
My name's Claire Connor, and I'm originally from Corvallis, Oregon. I study in the College of Education, and I'm a sophomore. I first started looking at Boise State because of all the flexible programs within the College of Education, so you can study within many different dual degrees, but then it made the most sense from the cost, and I visited the beautiful city and just knew I couldn't go anywhere else. I always knew I wanted to do something working with young children, but then my senior year of high school, I just volunteered in so many different classrooms and kind of found my place. So that's why I study early and special education, because of my experiences there. The most rewarding experience has definitely been just meeting all the students and faculty. The College of Ed is just incredible, where even going to class feels like you're becoming more involved because the professors know your name and you're meeting other people who are really passionate about what they're doing. And then in that, I've also become the president of the Teacher Education Ambassadors, or TEA, and that's just been so fun being able to volunteer in local schools and network and meet other faculty members that I haven't necessarily had in class. All of it is so practical. So in TEA, we're able to volunteer at principal panels, so we meet local administrators before we're even student teaching. We're volunteering in local schools, and then the College of Ed has its own research program called UCreate, and so you can take any interest that you have and just dive into it so you get a better knowledge of what it really looks like in the field. So I've been researching virtual education for pre-K students with disabilities, and in that I've learned research methods, I've learned how to apply research to daily classroom practices, and I've also gotten a much more immersive experience into the field I'm going to go into. There is no other place that you will get a big research university, but also the small college feel like you do here. Everyone knows your name. They seem so welcoming and friendly because they actually are, and this definitely could be your new home.
I love seeing the passion of our Broncos and learning all about the cool projects that are going on out there. Thanks to Jasmine and Claire for sharing their stories. Well, we are only halfway through our academic programs, but now seems like a good time to take a break and discuss student involvement. When you're not in class, there are so many ways to stay engaged with fun activities that will benefit you in your education. In fact, student clubs, organizations, and fraternities and sororities are some of the best ways to make friends and discover new interests. There are more than 200 student organizations on campus. We invited some representatives to come talk with us today about how they got involved and why they do it. All right, Ashley, tell us a little bit about yourself and the student newspaper, The Arbiter.
For sure. So my name is Ashley Clark. I'm a graduating senior studying media arts. I've been the online editor at The Arbiter for the last 2 years. And The Arbiter is Boise State's student-run independent newspaper and media outlet that produces weekly news content.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit of what it's like to write for The Arbiter.
For sure. Writing for The Arbiter is a great way to workshop your editing and writing skills, but it's also a great way for students to get involved in a real workplace opportunity in journalism and a newsroom setting.
Cool. What else does student media do?
Totally. So student media is actually comprised of 4 different organizations.
Mm-hmm.
So first we have The Arbiter, and then we also have University Pulse Radio, which is Boise State's student-run radio station. We also have Hive Creative Group, which is our digital content team that is comprised of a lot of photographers and videographers, as well as graphic designers. And then we also have our ad and sales and marketing team, which helps us build a client list and sell ads that basically fund our publications.
Cool. Ashley, I would love to hear, what do you want to do when you graduate?
Yeah, so I'm actually planning to do a lot of digital content production when I graduate. I will probably be creating a website and social media content for nonprofit campaigns.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to you. Thank you so much for sharing a little bit about The Arbiter. Up next, we'll have Jason from the Black Student Association. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to meet you. Well, tell us a little bit about yourself and the organization you're part of.
Well, my name is Jason Holman. I'm a junior. I'm studying business administration, and I'm the president of the Black Student Association as well.
Awesome. Cool. Awesome. Well, what are some of the activities that the Black Student Association does?
So for this next year, we'll be doing a lot of game nights, movie nights, bonfires, and we're trying to go out to eat a little more often.
Okay.
So, yeah. Excited for all that.
Awesome. How can students join your club?
So you can join by using your Boise State login and going onto the Engage page, searching up the Black Student Association, and then there'll just be an option to join. Or if you see me on campus or at the Opportunities Fair, I'd love to help you get set up.
Cool. Well, we know that getting involved is so important, but I'd love to hear from you. What is the value of getting involved, and what have you taken away from your experience so far?
I think clubs are one of the best ways to get to meet people, to be honest. I've joined, I think, 9 at this point, including
9?
Black Student
Wow.
Association, the Boxing Club, so many others.
Oh, fun.
So you can stay active, get to know people, and there's so many opportunities that come from meeting people as well. Networking, I think, is what they call it in business college.
Yes,
So.
absolutely. Well, thank you for sharing. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Up next, we'd love to hear from Ryan. Come on up, Ryan. How are you?
Pretty good. Almost stumbled up here. But
Well,
not too bad.
feel free to introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself and what organization you're a part of.
My name is Ryan Arzu. I am a part of the Economics BA Business College. And yeah, I'm a junior here at Boise State University.
Awesome. And you are representing fraternity and sorority life, right?
Yeah, fraternity, sorority life, as well as multicultural fraternities.
Awesome.
So yeah.
So can you tell us, what has being in a fraternity personally meant for you?
Being in a fraternity for me, coming onto Boise State campus, I only thought about playing club soccer.
Okay.
And so when I came onto campus, I saw that there was Greek life. I knew I wanted to bring more diversity within Greek life, so
Awesome.
I put myself in that shoe, as well as I wanted to, I wanted to have, I wanted to make an impact on the IFC, which oversees all Greek life, and then make a...
And what is IFC?
IFC is International Fraternity, and so they oversee all the fraternities within the fraternities, and then Panhellenic is for the sororities.
Cool.
And so, yeah.
Awesome. So for those at home that don't know, what are some activities that fraternity and sorority members do?
So the main activities fraternities and sororities do, I would say, is socials. So you're going to be kind of going on mixers with other organizations on campus. And then they have brotherhoods and sisterhood events where you just get to meet more people within that organization. And then on top of that, you'll have philanthropy. So each fraternity and sorority has their own designated philanthropy. And basically, you'll raise a certain amount of money, give it back to them, and have a lot of fun doing so.
Cool. So if I was an incoming freshman, tell me about, how do I join?
So how you would join is we'll have Meet the Chapters, which will be in the beginning of the first semester. It's a lot of fun. You'll get to meet each individual organization, as well as you just kind of go out, meet the people, have fun, and it's a lot of fun. I highly recommend it.
Good, good. Well, we get a lot of questions in the admissions office about fraternity and sorority life. Can you tell us what makes our fraternity and sorority system unique?
What makes it unique here on campus is that there is no designated house, so there's not one fraternity or sorority fighting to be number one. It just makes everyone so much closer knowing that it's kind of equal playing ground, and it's just a lot of fun. As I keep saying fun, if you see me on campus, please ask me about it. I am a friendly face, and I'm here to support y'all.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing, Ryan. Well, for all the future Broncos, we are excited for you to get involved and hope you connect with these students once you're here. We had a lot of fun. It reminds me to introduce some of the other student resources that we have on campus for you. In our next video, we'll discuss the Honors College, which is a program for students with a strong academic focus, as well as our amazing library and Maker Lab.
I'm Liz Fuller. I'm in the Honors College and I'm double majoring in political science and criminal justice.
I'm Shelton Woods. I serve as the Associate Dean of the Honors College and Professor of East and Southeast Asian History.
To me, coming from Montana, 1,000 kids in the Honors College is my entire high school. So everyone always said, oh, it's a smaller community. I wasn't really sure what that meant. But then once I joined, I met all of my friends there, and it gave me a lot of what I see as being lifelong friendships.
Sure, I think that people have the idea that the honor students are some people that never have any fun, they're studying all the time, and they're just after a 4.0 GPA. But I think that the greatest characteristic of an honor student is that they want to make a difference in the world, that they are ambitious, but they're also humble. And so those are the type of students we're looking for. We look at different things, you know, we look at a GPA and perhaps a test score, but what we look at the most is a resume. Has life not been about just you so far? Do you want to make a difference? And it's just fun working with students who want to change the world and who are very motivated to do that.
Do you want to learn more about the library? There's an app for that. Are you looking for help with media production, such as audios and visuals? There's rooms for that. Looking to publish something? There's a way to publish that. Do you want to learn how to sew, 3D print, or vinyl cut? There's a Maker Lab for that.
Okay, I know we should get back to academic programs, but honestly, there's just so much fun stuff to discuss about Boise State, it's hard to stick to just one topic. For example, our famous blue turf. You've heard about this, right? Boise State was the first university in the nation to have a football turf that isn't green. But what is the deal with this blue turf and why is it so special? We'll let Madeline and Jenna tell you more about the blue turf and why it represents something important for our campus community.
What's your favorite part about Boise State?
Cheering on the blue at football games is my favorite part, for sure.
Oh, I completely agree. There's nothing quite like a game day.
Definitely. I'm Jenna Vitamonte.
And I'm Madeline Molitor, and here's what to know about the blue turf at Albertson Stadium.
The Blue has been home to Boise State football since the summer of 1986. This was 16 years after Bronco Stadium, now Albertson Stadium, was built.
Did you know that the Blue was the first non-green artificial football field in the country? A lot of people associate it with the football program's blue-collar work ethic.
And it wasn't for 20 years after that another university installed a non-traditional field color.
The blue turf is so special, it's federally trademarked. That means that no one can copy it without permission.
No one can do the blue like Boise State University. That's why blue turf thinkers do things different.
Have you ever heard of the nickname Smurf turf?
Yes, that's literally what the football players look like in their all blue uniforms. It is so hard for other teams to find them. It's like camo on the football field.
I love that. Well, let's show our future Broncos what to expect on a game day.
Here is the student section. This is called the Corral, where we yell our hearts out. Best part is, full-time students get into all games for free. In front of the student section is our Spirit Squad, leading the cheers and helping the Broncos get that win.
Oh, and for reference, this is the north end zone.
And this is the south end zone.
And way up there is the Stickle Sky Center.
It is the best view of the Blue. It offers premium loge boxes, club seats, sky suites, and all media operations for Bronco home games.
But the snacks, you cannot forget about the snacks. Mini donuts, Chick-fil-A, pretzels,
and hot chocolate for those freezing cold winter games.
All of this makes me so excited for football season.
Me too. And if you can't wait until next season to come see the Blue, you can come to the Allen Noble Hall of Fame in the southwest corner of Albertson Stadium.
Yes, and you can learn about the history of Bronco athletics. It features old uniforms, iconic trophies, and so much more. So definitely come check it out.
And that is what to know about the Blue at Albertson Stadium. Thank you so much for following us around today.
We hope you learned a lot about the home of Boise State football.
We'll see you next season on the Blue. And as always,
go Broncos!
Okay, now that you've experienced the blue turf, I feel like you're getting a hang of things, future Broncos, and starting to discover what makes us unique. For example, remember all those hot springs I told you about? Thanks to naturally heated aquifers underground, Boise State and many of the buildings downtown run on geothermal energy. It's one of the few universities in the world that is heated with naturally sourced renewable energy. Or have you heard about our esports team? Boise State's esports is a competitive video game team officially sanctioned as a varsity sport. We're one of the top 10 schools for esports in the country, and they hold tryouts for the team twice a year. Or, for you science folks, did you know that Boise State is the only university in the country to have a master's degree program in raptor biology? That's a degree that will take a love of bird watching to a whole new level. Those are just a few examples of how blue turf thinking keeps us embracing new ideas, creating new solutions, and staying flexible in a dynamic job market. Okay, back to academics. So I know some of you are out there thinking, I don't know what I want to major in. Well, you aren't alone. Undeclared is consistently the first or second most popular major for first-year students. Just hear from a couple of our students who found their academic path by working with their advisors and faculty to find their calling. Once again, be sure to pop your questions into the Q&A and we can answer them right after this next segment.
Hi, my name is Abby Nelson and I'm an undergrad student at Boise State University, and my major is interdisciplinary studies with a focus in communication, psychology, and leadership and human relations.
Hi, my name is Nick Dugovich. I'm an academic advisor for undeclared, major exploring, and interdisciplinary studies students.
So at Boise State University, when I first came here, I was super overwhelmed and I changed my major multiple times, and it was super nerve-wracking, you know, not knowing exactly what I wanted to do. And so I reached out to the academic support center in hopes to take those next steps so I could figure out what I wanted to do next.
Yeah, definitely. At the Advising and Academic Support Center, even at the point of orientation, we work with students and try our best to reassure them that, you know, it's okay to be undeclared, it's okay to be kind of in this area of exploring different fields, and that we're here to support you with that journey.
Right, and I feel like through COVID, the relationship with your advisor has become even more important because it has shown that you can take ownership of that relationship and not let COVID take anything else from you by being intentional, by, you know, even on Zoom, meeting with your advisor and working with them. And I think that has been a really big factor of why my relationship with my advisors so strong, because I'm so intentional with them. And so that has been really beneficial to me.
Definitely, yeah, and we're there to help with that process for as long as it takes.
Hi, my name is Elvin Angeline Chinabalere. My major is Global Studies with an emphasis in International Relations and a minor in Refugee Studies. I was born in DRC. I was privileged with a really good life. One day, all that turned into a nightmare where our president was assassinated and our city was conquered by the rebels. So we applied and we got approved in 1 year. And then we studied at a settlement and we got accepted to come to the US. And we didn't know our state, but we asked, my mom was curious enough, she asked like where are we going, because we didn't have any family here in the US. And they said Boise, and we asked people, do you guys know where's Boise? And no one knew what was Boise, like, oh, maybe it's just like a village that you guys are going to. So my mom, we're so excited, so curious to like go to Boise and, you know, start a new life in Boise. The global studies classes, they definitely prepare you. I was able to apply what I learned in class in real life, and also I used that when I went to my internship in Honduras. I was actually like there, like applying what I learned in class, which was like such an amazing experience. And that changed my life. I joined TRIO in high school. They pretty much helped me with scholarships and also connection here on campus. My third year, I applied as a peer mentor. It was kind of like the way of like giving back, working with first-generation students, and then also working abroad, somewhere in a different area, and applying the methods and strategies that I learned in classes, and applying them outside of classes that have changed my experience for good.
We're back with more questions from the chat. Jack from Washington asks, what if I'm torn between two majors? Can I do both? Yes, Jack, absolutely. If you are torn between two programs, thankfully you don't have to choose. What you can do is you can double major at Boise State. You can also maybe major in business and minor in marketing. There's so many options that you can pursue while you're here for your academics. We recommend that you work with your advisor and we can help put you on an academic plan that you're excited about when you're here. Another question that we have from Naomi in California is, when can we pick our dorm roommates and select our room? So some of you may have received a housing assignment. That next step is, in a couple weeks, our housing department will send you all an email so that you can set up your roommate portal and profile so that you can find a roommate. So keep an eye out on your My Boise State email for more updates to come. Next up, we have our final academic programs to share before we welcome our final guests to the stage. In the next 3 videos, you'll learn about engineering, health sciences, and business and economics from students who've successfully gone through these programs.
Hi, my name is Jonathan Chu. I'm from Marin County, California. I'm studying accounting and information technology, and I'm in my 5th year within the College of Business and Economics. When I was initially looking for schools, when I was a junior in high school, Boise State wasn't on my radar. It wasn't until an older member of my track team told me that he chose Boise State that it really became something that I was interested in. When I started looking deeper into Boise State, I really started to notice how special our College of Business and Economics is here. What I saw was very special about the school was the class sizes. Even in some of the lower level business classes, you had class sizes under 30. That's something that I really didn't see going on at other schools, and the professors can really give you the support necessary to be able to succeed. Within the accountancy department at Boise State, there is a mentorship program. The mentorship program links up Boise State students with local accounting professionals. In doing the accounting mentorship program, it actually supported my decision making in choosing one of the internships that I took. I was applying for the mentorship program and met with a local professional who was working at a firm called Clearwater Analytics. At the time, I was also applying for an internship position with Clearwater Analytics. He was able to support me through my experiences, telling me all about what it was like to work for the firm. I think some of the most rewarding experiences I've had at Boise State so far has been working as an undergraduate learning assistant for the accountancy department. When a student would come in and they would either have a test, assignment, some kind of project that they were working on, being able to help them through that and work with them on a one-on-one level was incredibly gratifying for me. My biggest piece of advice for any student coming to Boise State University and coming to the College of Business Economics is just getting out there and trying as much as you possibly can. There's so much that you can learn in your classes, but from my experiences, there's so much more that I got out from all the activities that I did outside of my classes. You don't know what you'll really enjoy unless you give it a shot.
Hi, I'm Michelle Flake from Boise, Idaho. I'm a senior at Boise State University studying social work. I chose Boise State University because, one, it's in Boise, which is an amazing place to live. Also, Boise State has an excellent social work program. I have many friends who have gone through their program and they've loved it and they've been able to get excellent jobs in the field of social work. The biggest thing that Boise State has done to foster preparing me for my career is the internships and the service learning. The service learning was set up in my sophomore year, and just the opportunities that Boise State provides. You have a huge gamut of what you can choose from, and that gives you a little bit of taste of what you might want to go into. And then the internship, they have a huge internship fair, and you can go and visit with all kinds of different internship opportunities. And so I was able to go to that fair, and actually didn't have a BSW opportunity in the CUNA School District, but I was able to just speak with them and told them what I was interested in, and she was able to connect me with the principal, and we were able to create this internship, which has been awesome for me. The College of Health Sciences appealed to me because of their great influence in the Valley. I was able to do a service learning in the West Ada School District, working with the homeless youth that attended West Ada schools, and just the connections that the health science program has in Boise was amazing. I had a huge variety to choose from, and then I was able to get my internship at Initial Point High School, which is an alternative high school. So those connections really is where I feel like I've learned the most and are really important to your college experience.
Krishna Pakala, Assistant Professor, Mechanical and Biomedical Engineering.
And I'm Nick, I'm a civil engineering student. So we met, what was it, about a year and a half ago at orientation, right?
Yeah, we live together. We live in Morrison Hall, which is part of the Living Learning program on campus. It is like an extended family to be on campus, living with you all. You know, obviously, many of you have siblings at home or pets, or you miss home. But for us, when we open the door, it's like an extended family. And being part of the Living Learning community, I think, you form these bonds which are not just for that 1 year. They last long time, right? And especially being part of the Living Learning program, you are connected to faculty like me and others in other programs, because each college has a Living Learning program on campus, and it's a great avenue for people to get the biggest bang for their buck on their investment.
When you know the faculty, you start to build relationships with them, and you start to engage more with the material that they're teaching you. So it becomes less of you just sitting down and doing the assignments like they're assigning, but you start to really understand why they're assigning them, and how they really just want you to understand and learn so you can be knowledgeable in the field that you want to go into. You would always sit on this couch in one of the common areas, and we'd be able to study together. Whenever I had any questions or just wanted to talk about life, you were there to answer those questions and concerns, as well as you were sitting there doing your work as well. So it was just all of us kind of coming together to get our stuff done and really encourage each other and build each other up.
Well, that completes our exploration of academics at Boise State. Hopefully that's given you a taste of all the possible majors out there. Now, some of you might be wondering, what happens when I get to college? How do I prepare to thrive while I'm on campus? Let's hear a little bit about how Boise State staff can support students and families in that transition. We have Zoe Segnitz from New Student Transitions and Family Connections here with us, and Lauren Owe from the Dean of Students Office. Both of these departments offer students support in various ways, but particularly during their freshman year as students transition to life in college. Zoe, let's start with New Student Transitions. One of the things that your office is responsible for is orientation. Can you tell us a little bit about what folks can expect at their orientation?
Yeah, oh, we're so excited. We keep orientation pretty simple for students. Our goals with orientation are pretty simple. We want to get students on campus so it can start to feel like theirs. It's so important. That's why we structure the program to be a 2-day program with an overnight component. So students get to just be together. I'd say next, we're really deliberate about helping students build relationships with each other. So you might picture orientation as a whole bunch of talking heads and information. And of course, we build in time for students and their families to kind of check those items off their to-dos, meet with financial aid if they need to, purchase a meal plan, all of those nice transactional pieces of bedrock. But on the programmatic side, our student leaders are really focused on connecting students to each other. So that's, number 1 and 2 goal, get comfortable on campus, actually get connected to each other so that you have someone to look forward to connecting with once you actually move in. Those things are huge. And then I'd say the last piece is just culture, really making sure that students get introduced student to student to what this place is all about. I know you've all heard, hopefully caught a lot of the vibe today, but that's another huge piece of orientation. And then I'm wondering if I should explain family programming as well.
Yeah, go ahead. Tell us a little bit about the family portion.
Right, so students come in with their family guests. We really encourage family to attend alongside students. We spend time on the family track making sure that family understand, again, sort of cultural elements of Boise State and just what a resource-rich environment this is, so that once you watch your student transition in, you can partner with us in really helping them make the most of their time in college.
Awesome, awesome. So orientation happens this summer to prepare new students in their transition to Boise State. But let's fast forward a bit. What are some of the things that your office does to support that transition after the semester begins?
Yeah, so there is absolutely too much to learn in a couple of days. There's no way. If we did cover everything with a student, we couldn't possibly expect them to retain it all. So the New Student Transition Office remains available. We're an open door where students can pop in really anytime in their 4 years, but particularly in their first year, to just kind of be reminded, hey, I'm having this pain point. Is there a service for that? Or I know there's some kind of a centralized advising office, but I've escaped and the name's not with me. We have an info desk, of course, for just the most basic wayfinding, but my team is really here to remind students of how to transition well. That's why transition's in our title. So we'll absolutely remain available to students in that way. We also run a first semester mentorship program program that's really aimed at connecting our students who won't live on in their first year to a peer navigator on campus. So you can imagine that as a first-year student who does live on campus, connecting with your peers is kind of baked in. You have a residence assistant down the hall. For first-year commuter students, we have the Commuter Connections program, so they can connect directly with a peer navigator, be looped into social events, make sure they get the right drip of information along the way. Yeah, so we're looking forward to that as well.
Awesome. Well, I know that you mentioned a little bit about that family support, but maybe tell us a little bit about how they can join and find you.
Yeah, absolutely. So family are no different from students in that we can't tell them everything at orientation. We remain available to family as well. So we have a 3-part Zoom series that runs throughout the fall semester where we ask family to continue joining us so that we can remind them about resources and student success opportunities in a better timed way. We'll invite in campus partners like academic advising, career services, counseling services. Just make sure that we stay with family through that transition into the fall. November, December, those can be tricky months. So the Zoom series is important. We also have a parent and family council. I actually got to meet with our council just this morning on campus. That's a lot of fun, and that's just a way for family to actively volunteer their time to be the voice of the bigger Bronco Family Association, and it's what we call all the families of our currently enrolled students we refer to as the association, and my office does communicate with all of those association members in an ongoing way.
Awesome.
Maybe just one last thing I could mention is that my team also is just available for consultations with family along the way. So nothing has to be broken or going wrong for a family member to reach out to Family Connections and say, hey, my student's in their first year, they're kind of scratching their head about the following thing, or they're looking for this kind of an opportunity, and we're just thrilled as good generalists to remind you of what's available. And then you as a family member can go and support your student in the right direction. We know you're there. We know you're totally invested in your student success. So we're eager to partner with families so that students get good support from the university and their home support team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Zoe.
Thank you,
Lauren, I'd love to welcome you up to the stage next. Lauren, you work in the office of the Dean of Students.
Yes.
First of all, what is the Dean of Students?
Great question. Most incoming students and first-year students have never interacted or heard of a Dean of Students office, so love to break that down. Dean of Students offices have been a part of the university or college makeup for a very long time. There are a lot of traditional processes that are part of a Dean of Students office, but as students' needs have changed and kind of student demographics, there's been a growth in student support that's come from the Dean of Students office.
Oh, okay, awesome. Well, we both know that a lot can happen in a student's life in 4 years. So, Lauren, tell us, what are some of the common challenges that you see come up for our students?
Yeah. It's a hard time. COVID has definitely created a lot more challenges as far as students adjusting to college or coming to college. Some things that we traditionally see is homesickness. A lot of students are moving away from their family and coming to Boise State, and that's just something that's really been sometimes hard for them. We see some challenges with identity, like social connections, or I thought I wanted to be in this major, and I realized that maybe I have a passion for something else. So those are a few things, and truthfully, anxiety, depression, some of those, mental health challenges that right now especially it's very normal.
Yeah. Lauren, tell me a little bit about the support side of what you do for students and how that has helped some of these challenges that may pop up for them along the way.
Oh, I appreciate that question too. So I have a great team in my office, primarily social workers and other folks who are really passionate about student support. We have a couple specific programs. We have a food pantry, an emergency fund, even legal assistance for students, which is confidential and free. And then, some very intentional programs targeted at interventions and supports for students. We get referrals a lot from faculty, staff, advisors, parents, and even students find their way to us. When a student's kind of experiencing a challenge, right, whether it's through life, maybe something that happened within their family that they need to take a step back from school and go back home, or sometimes just navigating this large system.
Yeah.
And so we really want to connect with that student, understand what their needs are, what barriers exist for them, and just help them understand that, you know, what processes are going on, and really kind of be alongside them as they figure and navigate that out.
Yeah.
So.
Well, thank you both so much for joining us today. Do you have any information on who parents can call if they have follow-up questions?
So I'm available. Our website's really kind of user-friendly. There's a way to actually refer a student directly to us if you're worried about your student, you just want to have somebody do outreach. And students can also schedule their own appointment with one of my staff by perusing the website. And, you know, again, there's specialties in different areas, and so they can connect with the right person directly.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much to Zoe and Lauren for joining us.
Yeah. Go Broncos!
Go Broncos! Okay, fam, we are getting closer to the end of our lovely virtual time together. We have a couple of final videos to share with you that highlight all of the outdoor recreation activities and downtown amenities that students have access to when they go to Boise State. So please just enjoy this short video and then meet me back here for a final goodbye and our giveaway. 3 lucky winners will receive a Boise State swag bag.
The outdoor program is made up of the TRIPS program, the outdoor rental center, which we're in, the climbing gym, and then the team building program. So as a whole, I'd say the outdoor program is about getting the students on campus active and also building up the community around campus.
The climbing gym, we're open 4 days a week, and Sundays we have lead classes and intro belay classes. You can come in and just get started on the wall. You don't need to take any classes for that, but if you want to come in and start climbing by yourself, you can always take a belay class, learn how to do everything by yourself, and then you can come in with your friends, belay them, and not have to rely on us. Getting involved in the outdoor program is super easy. Climbing gym, of course, you can always come in. There's plenty of people there, hang out, meet new people, make new friends. With trips, the easiest way is to just sign up for trips. We do multiple trips per semester, from cross-country skiing, backpacking, day hikes. We even do extended trips, so the best way is just to come on into the rental center and sign up.
We do our summer orientation trips. So for each Bronco Venture orientation that we have come here, we do trips in coordination with each one of those. Typically they're rafting trips. We also have some backpacking trips.
The outdoor program has a very open community. You definitely don't need to be super outdoorsy or super proficient in any skills in order to come climb or take on any trips.
Well, that was fun. It's hard to beat the combination of city and wilderness we have here in Boise. There's a little something for everyone in this town. Now, I promised you a giveaway. I have 3 Boise State backpacks and a couple other prizes. If you can guess 2 trivia questions correctly, you may be selected to win. The first question is, what is the name of our school mascot? The second question is, what is the name of the pedestrian pathway along the Boise River where you can walk and bike? If you can answer both of these questions in the chat, you will be entered in the drawing to win. Our technical assistants will select 3 random participants in the chat who answered both questions right. While we are waiting for those results, if you don't already, be sure to follow us on social media at Boise State Admissions on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube, where we have all kinds of helpful and fun content, deadline reminders, as well as occasional swag giveaways such as this one. Now sit back for our final video to learn about downtown Boise, which offers so many great amenities for students just minutes away from our campus. We'll announce our giveaway winners after the video.
Hey Daniel.
Hey Carson.
What are you waiting here for?
I'm waiting for the shuttle bus to take me downtown.
Why are you headed downtown?
Well, I had this epiphany last night that all the incoming students don't know anything about downtown Boise.
All right, I guess we can focus on that today. Hi, I'm Carson Cloud.
And I'm Daniel Rahm, and here's what to know about downtown Boise.
So I guess the first thing we should start with is how we get downtown, right? How are we gonna get downtown?
Well, it's only a mile to the heart of downtown, which is about a 20-minute walk.
I don't wanna walk. And weren't you saying something about a shuttle earlier?
Yeah, Boise State provides free transportation downtown from campus. All you have to do is come on one of these fancy shuttle bus stops and board the one that says Orange Downtown.
Like that one coming right now?
Yeah, exactly. Let's hop on.
So now that we're downtown, what do you want to talk about first?
I say we talk about Grove Plaza first. It's just right around the corner.
Hey, I've heard of that. The Boise State Computer Science Building is there. There's some food options, and they also have the CenturyLink Arena. Hockey, music, concerts, anything you can want there.
Yeah, that sums up pretty well. What should we cover next?
I was thinking we could go over to Freak Alley.
A little basic, but okay, let's go over.
Okay, now that we're here, do you want to take the lead on this one?
Sure thing. Freak Alley is an alley in downtown Boise that serves as a free art museum, as local street artists are given permission to paint their murals and anyone can come view them. It's located in the heart of downtown between 8th and 9th Street, which is also a great place to take photos and explore all the best food and shopping downtown.
Definitely. I love taking pictures here myself.
Hey, I'm on a roll. Let's cover what else there is to do downtown.
For sure. Across Myrtle Street is Julie Davis Park, where a bunch of fun Boise activities occur. It houses the zoo, the Boise Art Museum, and the Discovery Center, which are all fun day trips and is only a short walk over the Friendship Bridge from campus. Julie Davis also has the Greenbelt running through it, which is a 25-mile walking and biking path along the Boise River. It's definitely great for going on a walk or jog, and it connects all the major parkways.
Nice one. There's also so much more to do in downtown, such as the Egyptian Theater and the Flicks, which are both local and independently owned movie theaters. Oh, there's also the Road Skate Park, close for our friends who know how to shred on a skateboard, featuring the more great street art.
Also, for any of our 21 and over friends watching, downtown Boise has a bustling nightlife scene. There's dance clubs, bars, and live music venues for you. Wow, now I want to go explore for myself.
Hold on, we still have way more we need to cover. Let's go over local events next.
Here in downtown Boise, we have a lot of community events that happen almost year-round that we can all take a part in.
Yeah, my personal favorite, the Tree Fort Music Festival. It's a yearly festival, usually in the spring, that features over 500 events in everything from music to film to literature to art and everything in between. The concerts are amazing.
Speaking of festivals, we have quite a few of those throughout the summer, including the Latino Festival, the Bass Festival, and the Pride Festival. All those only minutes from campus.
There's also weekly markets throughout the summer. There's the farmers market, which is mainly food focused, and you can buy local food grown by local farmers and be sure knowing that what is going into your food. Hey Carson, can you talk to us about the Saturday market?
Yeah, the Capital City Market is a market that happens here in downtown Boise on the streets on Saturday mornings. This gives you a golden opportunity to shop locally and support local artists and buy a bunch of other arts and crafts and other items.
Thank you. I think they'll be glad to know about that. I just love going there.
Well, after talking about food, I feel like we have to talk about all the great dining options we have here in downtown Boise.
Works for me. I'm pretty hungry too.
Let's start with the Basque Country. The Basque Country is a region of Spain that has a large community in Boise. We even have a Basque district where we can try Basque food. I love eating there. They have really good Basque food, and you know, I'm craving pincho. Or we could try something new. Other than just Basque food, there's a lot of locally owned delicious restaurants downtown Boise. Anything you want, burgers, sandwiches, wings, we all have it all here.
Oh, you should not have brought that up. Now I'm too hungry to do this anymore. Let's just call it good. Well, I'm Daniel Rahm.
And I'm Carson Cloud, and this has been What to Know About Downtown Boise.
Okay, we're back. The correct answers to the trivia questions are Buster, our mascot for the Broncos, and the green belt. A number of you got it right, and from there, we chose 3 lucky winners. I have their names in my hand. The first winner is Tyler Wills from California, James Lynn from Idaho, and Savannah Rogers from California. Congratulations, you 3. You have won a Boise State swag bag. Our moderators are getting in touch with you now via the Zoom chat to gather your information so we can send you those prizes. Well, my friends, sharing Boise State with you has been a pleasure. But remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg. There are so many adventures that await you here in Boise, and we can't wait to get you started. As always, if you have questions regarding the application process or life as a Bronco, we would love to get you connected with our admission counselors and answer your questions via email, phone, or a virtual appointment. Our staff are here to support you and your families each and every step of the way. So, to all of our #Future Broncos, we're excited to see you on campus in person sometime soon. And to all of the family members and friends who tuned in, a special thank you for joining us today. Once again, my name is Kat Everard. I'm an admissions counselor for Boise State. And until next time, go Broncos.